She didn't scream. She didn't fall. And she didn't leave behind a single trace. At 6 a.m. on March 24, 1998, Amy Lynn Bradley vanished from a cruise ship carrying over 2,000 people. No alarms. No locked decks. No emergency announcement. Just an empty balcony. And a family whose lives would never be the same. For 27 years, the world was told one simple story. A young woman fell into the ocean. But what if that story was wrong? What if Amy didn't fall at all? In 2025, a new forensic update, connected to the Madeleine McCann investigation, forced investigators to reopen questions they never wanted to answer. Because what Amy left behind, and what the ship allowed to disappear, may point to something far darker. Tonight, we're breaking down what really happened to Amy Bradley, and why, after nearly 3 decades, the most terrifying possibility is this. Amy may still be alive. Before she became a headline, Amy Lynn Bradley was a daughter, a sister, and a recent college graduate. She was 23 years old, a trained lifeguard, strong swimmer, careful, responsible. She had just finished college. A job was already lined up. Her life was beginning. This cruise wasn't an escape. It was a celebration. A family vacation aboard Royal Caribbean's Rhapsody of the Seas. No history of depression. No suicide note. No reason to disappear. Which makes what happened next so disturbing. March 23, 1998. Amy spends the evening dancing with her family in the ship's nightclub. Witnesses later report seeing her with a crew member known as Yellow, a bass guitarist in the ship's band. Around 3:35 a.m., Amy and her brother Brad return to their cabin. They sit on the balcony. They talk. They smoke cigarettes. Brad eventually goes inside to sleep. Amy stays outside. At 5:30 a.m., her father wakes and sees Amy asleep in a chair on the balcony. At 6 a.m., he checks again. The balcony door is open. Amy is gone. Her shoes are inside. Her shirt is inside. Her passport is inside. This is where everything goes wrong. Instead of locking down the ship, instead of sealing exits, instead of announcing an emergency, the ship continues its normal schedule. Passengers disembark. Crew members clean Amy's cabin. The balcony is wiped down with alcohol. Any fingerprints, any DNA, any evidence, gone. By the time authorities arrive, the crime scene no longer exists. Investigators later admit something chilling. If Amy was taken, the window to stop it was hours. And those hours were lost. Multiple witnesses place Amy with Yellow that night. 2 tourists report seeing him hand Amy a drink shortly before she vanished. Later, witnesses see Yellow alone. Then comes the most disturbing detail. Before Amy is even officially reported missing, Yellow approaches Brad and apologizes. How'd he know? Another witness later testifies under oath. She heard someone shout from an elevator. "Señorita, she's gone." Not "she fell." Not "she jumped." Gone. That word would haunt the case forever. Years later, reports begin surfacing. A woman in a Caribbean restroom begs for help. A terrified escort claims her name is Amy Bradley. A Navy serviceman hears the same name whispered in fear. Photos surface online. A woman who looks almost identical. The FBI examines them. They never confirm them, but they never dismiss them either. Because there is one fact that changes everything. Amy's body was never found. In 2025, a Dutch forensic artist, known for his work on the Madeleine McCann case, creates a new age-progressed image. Amy at 51 years old. Gray hair. Aged features. Ordinary. And that's the point. He says something investigators can't ignore. As long as there is no body, there's always a chance. Someone could have seen Amy and never realized it. This image is now circulating worldwide, and new tips are coming in. Amy's parents still keep her room untouched. Her father keeps her car ready, not because they're in denial, but because hope has never died. The ocean never gave her back. The ship never proved she fell, and the evidence was erased before questions were answered. So tonight, the question remains, did Amy Bradley fall into the sea, or was she taken in plain sight? If Amy is alive today, she's in her 50s. She could be watching this. She could be waiting. And somewhere, someone knows the truth. Because secrets this big never stay buried forever.